Honorable Benjamin Kalu, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, sponsored a controversial indigenship bill that seeks to grant indigene status for any Nigerian born in a state or who has lived there for over 10 years with good conduct. It was rejected by the discerning assembly. At the ongoing constitutional review, Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State brought it back to national consciousness by saying indigeneity will foster inclusiveness and a sense of belonging among Nigerians. I think that's a deceitful statement meant to lead this country into war, and I'm calling it out. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, in his book, Thoughts on the Nigerian Constitution, said, and I quote, "If you examine the structure of Switzerland, you'll find that the religious, linguistic, and other differences have dictated a federal constitution. Such a federal structure has ensured peace and progress for the Swiss." Already, Nigeria is witnessing tensions where outsiders seek to dominate aboriginal populations. In Lagos, migrants call Lagos no man's land, challenging Yoruba political control and threatening chaos. In the Middle Belt, thousands have been massacred as ethnic militias seize lands from indigenous peoples. In Warri, migrants, despite court rulings recognizing them as tenants, still seek to usurp Shekiri lands and political power there. Other indigenous peoples in Akwa Ibom, Ondo, and Edo are also pushing back. And according to Lord Warri, an Ishekiri activist and historian on X, the proposed indigenization would allow large tribes to seize control of minority lands by sheer numbers. They will be electing local government chairmen and kings over lands their ancestors never owned. Minority ethnic groups will be annihilated within a century, politically and culturally. Bloody conflicts will dot the nation as indigenous groups begin to resist the invasion. Our fragile federal balance will be destroyed. Why? Because every state will be turned into a battlefield between host communities and legally empowered settlers. So, Governor Hope Uzodinma will take his family out of the country for safety when the consequences of what he's proposing balloons. Let me say it as it is. Governor Uzodinma is couching bloodshed in beautiful words. So I tell you, Nigeria, wake up. Indigenization is warmongering. Do not let it sneak into Nigeria's constitution.
Okay.
Yeah, this is.
I think this is sensitive and
yeah.
complex.
I'm like, okay.
All right, let me lay the foundation.
I will lay foundation. Yeah. I beg. Skyscraper level foundation.
Very important.
Not bungalow, because this one there.
Oh, deep go.
And it's not black or white, it's nuanced. Those who want to claim to be indigenes or the right to be indigenes, they have a valid point when you look at certain context, for instance, taxation. So I took myself as an example. I am born in Lagos, but I'm originally, ancestrally from Remo, Shagamu in Ogun State. I can claim to be from Shagamu. I can also claim to be from Lagos because I was born in Lagos. I schooled in Lagos, I've worked in Lagos, I've paid my taxes in Lagos. And Lagos state government collects my taxes every month, all right?
And citizenship.
So they collect my taxes every month. And so if I pay to the Lagos state government every month, don't I have a right to stake certain, claims as an indigene in Lagos? And I think that is valid. However, is it valid enough to state that Lagos is a no man's land? No. Lagos belongs to the Aworis. Everybody knows that. That's their ancestral home, and we have to recognize that. So there has to be a balance in this conversation. And that's my point. And so those who want to claim I think that there are standards that we can put down. That if you have economically, culturally, enhanced where you settled in, I think you can make a claim, a case, okay, to be considered an indigene. If, however, you don't have that, you're just coming to say, okay, because we are here in large numbers, and I just want to stake a claim. I want to claim a land, like what we are seeing in the northeast, where we're having all this, herdsmen coming in. You just want to claim land and all that. Then we need every legal way to stop you. So I think the foundation
kind of helped me because I feel like you also found a middle ground of all of this, because the two key words in your advocacy that I wrote down is migrant and invasion. Like what? Like, bro, what is going on? Like, wait, migrant, immigration, invasion. Let me balance this out.
Peace, or you want violence.
I think I would be considered as, if we follow what you're saying, I'll be considered a migrant.
Yeah.
Because in Abuja, because my entire life, I was born there. My entire life is Abuja. If I tried to go and relocate to Port Harcourt, I would find it difficult to leave, because my entire structure.
Where you're from.
Where I'm from. Where I'm from really is like
Your state of origin.
Yeah, my state of origin, because when somebody asks me, who are you and where are you from? I say Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. Shikena. Because my father is from River State. My father is from there. I'm not my father. Yeah, legally, you are where your parents are from, but I'm not my father. I was born in Warri, right? Like, the hospital wasn't Warri. The next day, they brought me back to Abuja. The next day, they brought me back to Abuja. So
now you can claim Warri and Abuja.
Well,
I can't really. My mom is from Warri.
Okay.
My mom is from Delta State, right? My dad is from River State.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, if you really want to ask me where I'm from, it's Abuja. Because that's all I know. Water, fire can boil water. They can also burn the house. So we understand that there are two sides.
Yeah, precisely.
There are people who, but that does not also cancel to say, okay, this is outright, like this is a no completely. Because we can't say that there are also people, like Inka said, that have lived their entire life. Yeah. All we need to do is to be able to put a structure in place that would be able to identify the right people that can be citizens. But I don't think it's a wrong bill. We could decide to go left to the extreme, which is what you're doing. Just one side of the story, like one side of the possibilities.
I agree with you that structures must be in place, but let's not forget that Nigeria is not 3 languages. It's more than 350 tribes.
Well,
So
I think we need to, get a balance, be able to balance whatever is happening here. Like Inga said, you can't uproot people that have, put their everything in a particular place. Just like Bright has said, he was born and everything he has done is in Abuja. But I also want to look at it the other way. How does the law define an indigene? We have citizenship. We have indigenship. The Constitution defines who is a citizen, but does not define who is an indigene. So we need to decide, and probably that is where the steps and conditions that Yinka talked about, who is an indigene. Because even if we start tracing all the way back to centuries, those people that were there centuries ago came from somewhere. So everybody came from somewhere. In many instances.
Yeah.
So the fact that you've been there for 400 years does not mean that there were people that have been there for 500 years.
That were there before you.
That were there before you.
Right.
So we need to put in place, a way of being able to allow people have a sense of belonging where they have belonged to all their lives.
This is, like I said earlier, it's nuanced, it's complicated, and it's also it can be very personal as well, because I was born in Lagos. I've done almost getting to 40 years in Lagos, right? So it's almost like Lagos is what I know.
That's what you
right? Indigene and citizenship, and you rightly spoke my mind. There are two things that Nigerians need to sit down and decide, also because of our peculiarity. Like you said, 350-something languages is not child's play, right? So there is a lot that needs to be done. There's a lot that needs to be said. But at the core of doing all that is humanity.
Yes.
And also understanding that we are supposed to be first Nigerians. This is not taking away your roots. I'm an Igbo person, I don't play with it. Regardless of the fact that I have lived here, grown up here, I speak Yoruba, I speak Igbo, But at the core of it, I'm Igbo at heart, right? So we're not saying take away that. What Governor Hope Uzodinma, in fact, I didn't think in my life that I would be supporting one politician. But what he's saying, I don't think, of course, he's calling for bloodshed. No, he definitely won't be doing that, even if he won't be doing that, right? So we need to really sit down and also think of identity. Because we've talked of indigenous, we've talked of citizenship. If I was born in Lagos, I've done everything in Lagos, I have registered even now. See, if Lagos State government has opportunity to give people, they'll probably give me first than some people. Because I've registered under LASTRA.
All right, it's a difficult conversation, but a conversation that we must have as a nation. Some want to reap where they haven't sown or even invested in the process of germination. And this goes against the laws of nature and also could be a recipe for injustice. This conversation we must have.